Hey everybody,
Hey everybody, we're back.
25 things we've learned in the last 25 years of marriage.
Yes.
We're on topic number 6.
Number 6.
And number six is watch your words. You get what you say.
You get what you say. So be careful what you say to your spouse because you are creating who you're going to live with. So make sure you are careful. One of the things that we learned in our marriage counseling was never to use the divorce word. If you use the divorce word as a suggestion of an option of something that you can do, you are speaking death over your marriage. And your spouse is going to think they don't want me. Because if you say, maybe divorce isn't an option, you're always going to be, that person's always going to be thinking in the back of their mind, do they really want me? So those are one of those words that you never say. And if you feel like you need a plan B before you get married, don't get married.
Yes, never use it. It's not even a word that even comes up in conversation or joking or arguments. It's not even an option. And we did learn that early on. Another thing we learned early on was affirming one another. And I started affirming super early, Sandra, just in lots of different ways, but particularly she's in one of her, maybe just getting up in the morning looks, if you will. I'll be like, you sure are a pretty girl. And I'll just say that over and over, regardless of what's going on. I'll be like, you look good. You look good. You look good.
And I could be looking a hot mess.
You look good. The other day I said, you look good, but you're not ready. And then, I didn't get in trouble. We didn't have any issues. She was...
Because I looked good. But I knew I looked a hot mess.
She wasn't ready to step outside.
I just wasn't ready yet.
I even say to my kids a lot of times growing up, they'll know this phrase. Everybody can't have a pretty mama. No offense to y'all out there. Y'all can say the exact same thing about your wife to your kids, but I said it all the time to them. Everybody can't have a pretty mama.
My kids didn't even know what to say after a while because they're like, everybody can't have a pretty mom and they're just looking like this.
But it's more affirmation. It's more affirmation. The other thing I used to say or still say is, well, she's sweet to me. I don't know about y'all, but she's sweet to me.
I was working on being sweet. So that's why he would say, well, she's sweet to me.
And I get sweet.
Yeah, because I was not always sweet. And I'm still working on it because it just doesn't come naturally
she's
for
sweet to me. That's all I see is sweet. That's all I get is sweet. So I guess I get what I say. And that's what I have. I just look at my, I'm like, I feel like I've got pretty, I've got sweet, I've got smart. I like to talk about how smart she is, how wise, all that good stuff. And I have the fruit of what I've been saying.
Yeah. And one of the neat things about that too is your children get to hear their father talk about how beautiful he thinks their mother is. And so it also trains your daughter and it trains your son on what to say, but it trains your daughter on what to listen to and what she's supposed to hear from a quality man.
Right. So with your words, are you creating an ally? Because again, we talked about being a team. We talked about being equally yoked and being, better together than we are separate. Or are you creating an enemy? Are you constantly tearing that person down, constantly undermining them, constantly questioning their authority?
I had to learn very early on with Trent. Trent is very calm. And because he is very calm, I had to make sure that when he came home, that I was calm. And that I had created an environment that he actually wanted to come home to. If I was always on 10, Trent wouldn't want to come home because Trent is calm. So I needed to make sure that the house and that I was always calm. And even if I needed to talk to him about something that I was concerned about, I can't come to Trent at a 10 because Trent doesn't hear 10s. So
No, you gotta bring it down. Let's have a rational
bring it
conversation.
down, watch your words, and make sure that you are respectable when you have the conversation.
Again, all now it's packaged. Maybe something difficult or challenging, but how you package it and deliver that package has everything to do with how that person might receive it. Scripture for today.
Our scripture for today is Proverbs 18:20-22. From the fruit of their mouth, a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord.
So there you go. Watch your words. Make sure that you're affirming one another, building each other up, talking about the good that you see in the other person versus always pointing out the negative. Maybe even pulling out good before you see the good. Maybe they're not quite ready.
I challenge you today, if you're having a hard time seeing the good in your spouse, I challenge you to go and take out a piece of paper and write a list of the good things about your spouse. And maybe you should do it together, and maybe you should exchange so that each other can see the things that you believe that are good about them. Maybe there are some things you need to work on, but you do have some good in each other. That's why you came together. So that was your foundation. Your foundation is those things that are good.
And then once you know that list of things that is good, focus on that. That's the stuff you think about. That's the stuff that you dwell on. That's the stuff that you find ways to talk about and bring up and make little songs about. I'll say, she's sweet to me. I made up a little song. She told me not to sing it, so I'm not going to sing it. But I do make up songs about all kind of stuff at home. Make up a song about the positive things that you see in your spouse. Make a positive song about the things you see in your wife.
And I challenge you that if you need to change your words, make sure that you change your words. If you need to forgive each other, you need to ask for forgiveness or you need to apologize so that you can move forward. Because most of us can't move forward with these words. Because these words have broken so many people. So you got to make sure that you go back and you clean that up. And invite God in to help you because you cannot do it alone.
All right.
All right.
So there it is. Number 6.
Number 6.
Watch your words.
Watch your words.
You get what you say.
You get what you say. Don't come in on a 10. And you might just need to limit your words for some people. And some people, you need to be very careful as to how you word it. Know your spouse.
All right.
All right. See y'all next week.
Have a blessed week.
All right.
Talk
bye-bye.
to you next time.